YouTube pipe smokers, thanks for stopping by. So here we go with the second installment of the Barbed Wire Pipers Cellared vs. Fresh Tobacco series. This month's blend is Dunhill versus Peterson Nightcap. Did a little better on this one than I did in the last one. Not necessarily a big fan of English, but still very grateful to be part of this experiment. So before I even get started, thank you again, Chad, for the opportunity to be a part of this. So I have got notes. I have got a mess on my workbench right here right now. I'm not even going to show you because it's quite embarrassing. I'm usually not this messy here. So Dunhill Nightcap, and this is right off of Tobacco Reviews. A rich blend for late in the day. It's a slow lasting smoke. Just prior to packing, expensive Perique tobacco is added to enhance the bouquet. Formerly known as Dunhill Nightcap, they've now changed the brand to Peterson. It contains Latakia, Oriental Turkish, Perique, and I think 2 different kinds of Virginias, if I remember correctly from reading some of the reviews. Strength is strong. It is an in-your-face English. There is no flavoring. The taste is full. I would agree with that. And we'll talk about room note in a little bit. So I got the package in the mail, and Chad vacuum sealed the bags in there for me. Here they be. Upon opening the bag or the vacuum seal pouch, there's no question you can look at these and tell. And it might be kind of difficult for you. This is the fresh. This is the aged. It may not show up on the camera here, but the bright Virginias are contrasted a lot more on the fresh than they are. The aged version is very subdued. As far as pouch note, tin note, bag note, whatever you want to call it, as soon as I pulled these out of as soon as I got them in the mail and I pulled them out of the pouch, that's the first thing I did. On the fresh, there is some type of a sweetness, but I think it's kind of like that musty sweetness from the Perique. I'm wondering if that's maybe what it is. The Latakia is in your face. I mean, it's right there. It's hard to pick up anything other than the Latakia. As far as the aged version, the Cellared version, and actually I just spilled some. It is more muted. The Latakia has calmed down, and I'm starting to get like that natural sweetness of the Virginia coming through. I don't smell any Perique. It does have a musty, almost like a Scotty or a peaty Scotch, I would say. It's kind of what it's reminiscent of. So stay tuned. I got a couple clips coming up with my first impressions of each blend, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this all up. All right, here we go. First smoke of the fresh Peterson Nightcap. You can see I loaded the bowl about 2/3 of the way up. I didn't want to go too high due to the weather. It's a balmy 19 degrees here in sunny Buffalo, New York. Smoking it in a Nate Rose, I don't know if you call that a bent pot or a bent apple. Beautiful pipe though. Here we go. Not getting any sweetness off of this at all on the Charlight. Definitely getting that Latakia. This is a definite lat bomb. Maybe a little sweetness in the background. Not really getting a real good room note here. All in all, not bad. Not my wouldn't be my go-to. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to see if it's worth aging. So I am definitely curious to try the aged. I'll check back with you in a couple minutes. Down to about the last third of the bowl here. And I can see why people smoke Latakia blends in the cold weather. It just seems like it fits today, you know. Again, not something I would reach for all the time, but definitely good tobacco. I had a hard time keeping it lit in the beginning, and it didn't seem overly moist. Maybe it was the way I packed the bowl, I don't know. But it's going now, but it's almost dead. I definitely can't wait to try that, the cellared version. I might do that tomorrow after dinner. This is my after dinner smoke tonight, so stay tuned, I'll be back. All right, here we are, another day, another pipe. Still smoking the Nate Rose bent apple. It's got a beautiful sandblast finish on it. Really nice stem. When he made it for me, I asked him to put a pretty aggressive curve in the stem, and it seems to be treating me well. So this is the aged Nightcap, and right off the rip I can tell a difference. Just on the Charlight alone, the Latakia has really tamed down, and I can really taste the Virginias now over the Latakia. Not as strong on the retrohale. This is more my speed. Like I said, and I've said in the past, I've never been a big fan of English blends, namely Latakia and real strong Orientals. There are certain tobaccos that I like that have Orientals in them. Cornell and Deal Small Batch Sun Bear, I really dig that. To me, the Orientals are in the background. I can taste them, but they're subdued. And I am starting to get more and more into some Englishes, mainly the crossovers. I don't know if I mentioned the other day, I bought a tin of Two Friends English chocolate, and that was really good, and it had a really good room note too. I'm gonna have another bowl at least of each, but I think I've answered the question already, whether to age this one. Excuse me, caught that one the wrong way. But I guess also it depends on what you're looking for out of it. If you like that strong Latakia, but yeah, the Virginias are really coming through on this now. I'm not getting that real strong, what Paladin might call soap in this either. Well, I won't make you watch me smoke this whole pipe. I'll get back to you at the tail end of it. Well, we're down to the final third of the bowl. And as you can see, I had to put a coat on because it's extremely cold out here right now. Like a dummy, I came out in just a long sleeve shirt earlier. As far as the pipe is concerned, the Virginias, I'm getting a lot of natural sweetness from them that I didn't get with the fresh tobacco, probably because the Latakia was overpowering it. But it's hard to tell if I'm picking up any of the Orientals in it or not. I think there's Perique in this blend as well, and I'm not getting any Perique. I'm not getting any peppery on the retrohale. The retrohale is actually very mild and very smooth. Not getting any of the soapy mouthfeel that I did on the fresh blend. Like I said, I'm going to have a few more bowls of this, both the fresh and the aged. But I really think that I think I know what my answer is already, whether it's worth aging or not. But stay tuned. I'll come back and do a conclusion. All right, I'm back. Probably no big surprise which was my favorite. I can tolerate Latakia in certain doses, but when it's a real lap bomb, it's just not for me. As far as room note's concerned, I believe Tobacco Reviews said that the room note is tolerable to strong, and I would definitely agree with that. When I came in from outside smoking, or from out in the garage from smoking, my wife and daughter both commented that it smelled like I was smoking cigarettes, and I had that taste in my mouth. I used to be a cigarette smoker years and years ago, and but it was definitely reminiscent of that. In summary, the fresh version is just all Latakia for me. I wasn't getting much of anything else. It left that soapy, what Paladin might call, that soapy, filmy feeling on my tongue. And that was gone pretty much with the aged version. One thing that I was really impressed with the aged version was the retrohale. It was such a smooth retrohale, and it was actually enjoyable for me. Just a few notes that I took here on those first couple smokes. The first smoke, on the fresh, it was a little hard to keep lit. The tobacco was a bit damp. I did give it about 15 to 20 minutes of dry time. It probably could have used a little bit more. I made a note here, heavy Latakia, but at the end it kind of gave way to the Orientals a little bit. On the aged version, the cellared version. Now this cellared version is from 2010, so it's got almost 12 years of age on it. The Latakia definitely took a back seat to the aged Virginias. The natural sweetness of those Virginias came through. I could still get the Orientals just a little bit, but the as far as Perique, I got nothing as far as the Perique was concerned. That brings us to the question of the big question: is it worth cellaring? And for me, it's kind of hard to definitively answer that question because it depends on what you're looking to get out of this tobacco. If you like a Latakia forward blend, then no, I would say smoke it fresh. In my instance, I preferred the aged version because I think it developed a little bit of complexity. Like I said, I was getting the sweetness of the Virginias in the front, the Latakia in the back, and like I said, the retrohale on this was just so smooth. So for me, yes, I would age it. Will I be aging it? Probably not. Again, just not a big fan of Englishes. If I got my hands on a 10 or 12-year-old tin, then yeah, I'd probably smoke it. But I'm not going to buy a tin fresh and take the time to age it. So I hope that was informative. It only took me one bowl. I know earlier in the video I said I was going to smoke multiple bowls, but it only took me one bowl to answer the question. So I do have about a bowl and a half left of each. If any of you out there are interested in trying it, first come, first serve, just comment below that you're interested in the sample. If I have your address already, I'll just put it in an envelope and send it to you. And if I don't, we'll just connect through email or whatever. My email is thebluelinepipe@gmail.com. But like I said, first come, first serve. Down in the comments below that you want to try it, and I'll send this off to you. Anyway, that's about all I got for this month. We'll be back next month with the next blend, which I don't even know what it is yet. That's for Chad to decide. And again, thank you very much, Chad, for the opportunity to be a part of this. I really, really had a good time doing this. Everybody out there, be safe, be kind to each other, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.